out for fun and thrills. Bill and Scott out on the seas. Cruise, talk life, gonna chase those chills. Join the chat, it's an open breeze. Sailing through the ocean dreams. Talking ships and sunset beams. Wave your hands, feel the vibes. Let's go live and hit subscribe. Oh, we're cruising, laughing, playing music's grooving. Bill and Sky, yeah, they're moving. On Cruise Talk Live, we're diving in. Oh, 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 oh. Take a peek on the stream, it feels unique. Every journey, every week. Let's get lost in island tales. Passport stamped in our travels. From the dark to sandy trails. Adventure calls, it never fails. Oh, we're cruising, laughing, playing music's grooving. Bill and Sky, yeah, they're moving. On Cruise Talk Live, we're diving in. Oh, 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 oh. Let's get lost in island tales. Passport stamped in our travels. From the dark to sandy trails. Adventure calls, it never fails. Oh, 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 we're cruising, laughing, playing music's grooving. Bill and Sky, yeah, they're moving. On Cruise Talk Live, we're diving in. Oh, 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 oh. And
now, without further ado, here are your hosts, Bill from Armstrong Adventures and Scott from Controversial Cruising.
God, you've been doing a little work, my friend. You've been doing a little work.
Hello, Bill. How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Good, good. Did you like that intro?
I did. I enjoyed it. It was good. You have way too much time on your hands.
I actually, admittingly, I had to go back and I had to watch that live over again from the beach when you went to Paradise Beach, and you had such a fun time without me to find those two clips to insert in the intro there. So
we don't talk about that place anymore.
How has your week been?
It's been good. I just got back off the Meet and I group cruise. What a fun time. I finally got to meet Keisha H. Elisa. They were a blast to hang out with. Keisha brought her sister along, Latoya. So it was a good time. We had a good time.
That's awesome. I was watching along. I was trying to catch everybody's lives as they were going live on the ship. I know there were so many content creators there. I was watching for your pop-up lives and all of your shorts that you were putting out during the journey, and it looked like you guys were having just so much fun. I mean, that 80s deck party, I mean, it looked like it was some serious fun, hey?
it was. This is the first time I actually got dressed for it. I bought like that MTV whatever triangle, whatever that stuff was, and put it on. And people were, "Oh, can I take a picture with you? Can I take a picture with you?" Sure. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself.
They wanted to take a picture because it was with Armstrong Adventures. That's why.
Yeah, no clue who that was. One guy called me Whiskers.
Whiskers.
Hey, Whiskers. Can I take a picture with you, Whiskers?
Oh, I wish I could have been there. Well, I mean, my week again has just it's gone so crazily chaos. Good chaos, bad chaos. You know, you kind of have that mix, and all of a sudden, here we are back here on Wednesday. I mean, I was up in Flagstaff this weekend. I incurred some wonderful 80-degree weather. but somehow I ran over a screw in a rental car, shoved my arm in a door yesterday. I mean, and I was late for work one of the days, and man, it's just chaos. One thing after another. But Bill, it's a wonderful thing that you and I get to do this every single week. We are here, and I thought, what a great time to catch you then off a group cruise, than to kind of ask you, and don't allude to too much, but to kind of ask you, since this has been such a hot topic this summer, are you team group cruise or are you team solo
Well,
cruise? Because
first
I've
of
seen
all,
so much solo cruising from you, and now here you are with the group cruises. I want to know what team are you on, Bill?
I want to say not a group cruise, the group cruise.
The group.
This group cruise was so good that I literally, before we got off the ship, I booked for next year's. I don't even know where it's going. I think it's going out of Port Canaveral and goes to Celebration Key. Okay. I don't know. I put my money down immediately. I was still on the group. That's how much fun it was.
Okay.
I mean,
right. Well,
that's not me. That's how much fun I had on this group cruise. A group cruise done right, and I've been lucky. The last couple of ones I had have been done right. It helps. I'm an introvert. I know people say, "Oh, you're not an introvert." I'm an introvert. So introvert, and once I get to know you, I can open up. But normally, I'm just kind of watching other people sitting back, and Mead and I and the whole crew that was there, made me feel like family. So I felt right there. So I'm leaning towards group cruise, even though I am a solo cruiser. I'm never giving that up.
All right. Well, you're apparently you're everybody's cruise uncle, but I guess before we get too into that, let's get to the chat before this gets away from us. I will put this up here. Anybody in my chat, just check out that pinned message up at top. This cruising community, it is growing day by day. As I am promoting it, so you guys know that it's here. But as it grows day by day, make sure that you get in while you still can. There is a free version, and then there is a paid version. I am about to send some gifts to those paid memberships, some controversial cruising gifts. So I won't allude to too much. The Adventures of Traveling Mike. Hello, Traveling Mike. Welcome in. Eddie Lugo Studios. Hello, Eddie. Welcome in. Megan Edgeworth. Hello, Megan Edgeworth. Ross here is just trying to get my footing. Sorry, guys. Ross from Orange Cone Vlog. Hello, Orange Cone Vlog. Welcome in. Welcome in. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts. Hello, Maritza. Welcome in. Good evening, Sharon and Jackson. High Controversial Cruising in Scott. Hello, Sharon. Golden Boy says, hey, boys. Hello, Golden Jazz. Welcome in. Oh, look at this. Anthony on the Move got creative and says, what's up? What's up, Anthony on the Move? Kevin from Tuber Chat. Hello, Kevin. Welcome in.
Word up.
Word up, Tuber Chat. Your cruise mate, Elisa. Hello there, Bill, she says.
Now,
Hello.
she was the one going live all the time. Every time I looked around, she was on a live. I'm like, oh, I just missed it. Oh, there she is. And she was going live all the time. And for those of you that haven't, Elisa needs some watch hours. Get over there and watch some videos. She needs watch hours.
Couldn't go fast enough when that notification came up, Bill. Boom! I was right there. I don't know. I was waiting for you, Mr. Bill.
I didn't. I went live. I think the first day. I never went live again.
No, I was waiting for you in Elisa's chat.
Ooh.
Probably
sleep.
Probably, yeah, he probably was napping. I've cruised with this guy before. Greg and Michelle. Hello, Greg and Michelle. Welcome in. Trelise Williams on the Facebook side. Hello, Trelise.
Hey, Tree.
The Bud Files. Hello, Bud. Welcome in. There's your other cruise mate, Keisha. Hello, Keisha. Welcome in.
Keisha can hang too, by the way. Keisha can hang because sometimes I was up in the casino. Hey, Bill, and she'd come find me, and I'd be in the casino, and it was 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning. Thank you, Keisha.
I wish. Thank you for returning Mr. Uncle Bill back home safe. Ken goes cruising. Hello, Ken. Welcome in.
It's getting late over there across the pond, Ken. Welcome in.
Scratch and Pete. Hello, Scratch and Pete. Welcome in, my friend. Legacia has made it in. Hello, LF McKinley. Joe Hop, hey, silly me, all disabled my alarm and woke up at 4:40 a.m. realizing I slept through it if I had gone off. Uh-oh, Joe. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Adventures of Traveling Mike. Hello, Adventures of Traveling Mike. I've been watching your lives a lot here. Miss Elementary, that is also a new name. Hello, Scott and Controversial Cruising and everyone in the chat. Well, welcome in, Miss Elementary.
Welcome in.
Let us know your cruising history a little bit in the chat. If you have ever cruised before. Gloria from Globies. Hello, Gloria. Welcome in. Meet and I. Hey, Bill Scott. Peace to the chat. Hello, Meet and I.
And I. What great people. I mean,
thank you.
No joke. You could see the love between the two, Meet and I, and you could just see the love. And I don't know who said it, but it might have been Anwar. Anwar is the I in the group.
Yep.
And something about you couldn't tell they weren't on the honeymoon, and it did. It looking from the outside, and to them, it looked like they were on their honeymoon. And I don't know how many years of marriage it's been, and they had the kids there, and what a great couple. That's
special. That's awesome, guys. I really wish I was there. I'm gonna try my best to sign up next year with Mr. Bill. Hopefully.
I don't even know when it is. No, yeah, I'll take that back. Yes, I do.
You signed up. What do you mean?
July 28th. I think it's 4 days. Carnival Glory, Port Canaveral. Don't know where it's Celebration Key. So I'm not probably Nassau.
All right, I'm going on the Glory in March, so I'll warm it up and then I'll come with you in July or whenever you said.
The Glory.
I'll be there. Yeah, the Glory. Yeah, I'm going in March. That's where the slob cruises. We'll talk about that. Pete, hello, Pete. Welcome in. Welcome in. Also late from across the pond over there, so thank you very much. Team Reese Travels. Hello, TRT. Welcome in.
Another great family. RJ.
Wait, they were there?
They were there. Everybody was there. Scott, not you, but everybody else was there. Anybody who was anybody was there. Well, that could make it.
I know Meet and I was there because it was their group cruise.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it was a ton. Your favorite couple snuck on at the last minute.
Oh, I saw that. I saw the picture. That's right. Oh my God! Now I'm someone.
There were a ton of us. A ton of us.
Hello, Em. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. No, I'm so jealous. FOMO. No, I can't miss it next year. Cruz Bolero. Hello, Cruz Bolero. Warmstrong, how are you, friend?
Welcome in, Cruz Bolero.
Oh, here's your part. Hello, Carmen. Welcome in, Carmen.
What up, though?
There you go. Got to get the authentic one,
Well, you're from Arizona. What do you know about what up, though?
Yeah, I try, Wow, Scott, you should have been cruising with us instead. I know. I wish I could have. If I didn't have like 9 million cruises already booked, I've lost track of myself. Honestly, I need a wife or something to help me. Kimberly Lovell. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome in.
Kim, welcome in.
It's actually a lot better. Thank you, Sharon. I put some cream on it last night. Yeah, that was fucked up.
Were you at the place?
Elisa Adventures in Cruising says the group cruise.
The group. That was the group cruise. And probably, a lot of people, it had all different ages, but it's like what I like to do. And then they had cigars under the stars, but we all got together like every night is, having a drink, smoking on cigars, laughing about the day and different stories. Man, have I got some stories off air though, but I got some stories on everybody. No, not everybody, but it was basically how I would do a solo cruise for myself. But I had other people there with me, except for the ATV. I probably wouldn't have done the ATV if it wasn't for the group, me and I. And man, I'm so glad. That was one of the best excursions, driving through the city and then driving up into little mountains on the ATVs. And Keisha broke 2 ATVs. Two.
Oh my God. Do you want to save anything for the show?
I'm sorry, Keisha. I'm sorry. I'll let Keisha tell that story.
Yeah. You want to save anything for the show?
Oh. Well, no, I've still got plenty to talk about group cruising.
I'm just
And solo cruising.
Denise from Bone Tar Traveler says, Scott, Bill. Hello, Denise. Welcome in.
Denise.
TRT says the group cruise.
The
You better
group
say
cruise.
that. Hello, Alice Lugo Studios. Welcome in, Alice.
Hey, Alice.
Let's see. I'm trying to get to the bottom so we can release Bill here. Wait, did I miss YFC? I missed YFC. Where are they? Okay, we'll do this. Oh, here they are. YFC, it's everyone's favorite.
Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in.
What's up?
Oh,
PG
that's what
Show?
they started calling me, Uncle of the Seas. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that one. Uncle of the Seas. I really.
I think it was Cruise Uncle. I don't think it was Uncle of the Seas. This is not like
Well, it kind of
Uncle of the Seas
grew over into something else. But people, I'm telling you, and it you know, it's not like a drink fest and a party fest. It's like, you know, just grown people getting together, having fun. I mean, just they're probably old spirits because they fit right in with me.
Most of us are, Bill. Most of us are.
Especially, see, Scott, you would have enjoyed it.
I know. That's why I'm like, ah. Ron from the Family Adventures, or the whole family. Hello, the Family Adventures.
Welcome in.
Says Scott. I'm so glad I've started that Caps name thing when I came into YouTube.
I can't stop doing it now. I'm doing it to like everybody.
Thanks, guys. Yes, I did go live, and it was a lot of fun. Yes, you went live multiple times, and I was right there.
She did.
Sure.
I was so proud of her.
Yes, it was great. Alicia, you were live every time I picked up my phone. I know, me too. I was at work. I was like, oh, Alicia's live. I tell you, I live off of it. You guys think I'm crazy? I mean, you already know I'm crazy, but you know,
just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Then yours. Hello, Tanya. Welcome in. Hello, Scott and Bill. My phone
welcome
is
in.
up and running. Nice to see you. I've watched some of your premieres too. I've actually talked to you on screen before I realized that it was a premiere. I'm like, wow, Tanya's not even talking to me. And then I realized that it was a pre-recorded video. Wow. Oops. Sorry.
What did I do? Why is Tanya mad at me?
Like, damn. It's like, wow, it says premiere, you idiot. I still stayed. I enjoyed Elisa's lives and Bill's Sailaway live on the Firenze. Oh, yes, 100%. That's right. You did go live at the Sailaway. That's where you went.
The Sailaway.
That's right. Rilana. Hello, Rilana. Welcome in. Will from Together We Travel. Hello, Will from Together We Travel. Another cruise vlogger that I met on the Jubilee last year. That internet package needed to be a justified expense. Yeah, that's true. That's for sure. That's great.
Might as well use it.
That's right. Lazy Days. Hello, Lazy Days. Welcome in.
Welcome in.
Let's see. Look, RJ and Bill are best friends. We kept telling him to put a handle on your name, Bill, and you're on a first name basis now.
Pretty much. I'm thinking he's like a teenager. He was like 10. And I mean, the conversations, it was like, are you sure you're 10? Yeah, I mean, my goodness. He's a smart young man. He's smart.
Mm-hmm. You could tell it from the videos. If you really watch the videos, you could tell.
I just thought he was old. I thought he was a teenager. And I mean, he's a big kid too. Mm-hmm. I thought he was a teenager. And then they say 10. No way. RJ, well, take back what Uncle Bill said. No, don't listen to Uncle Bill.
Oh, this is great. Denise, I hope the grandbaby feels better. Grandbaby has COVID 101.
Oh no!
In the ER, where we are praying for her or him.
Most definitely,
it's her. It's him. It's a him. It's him. Marjorie, hello, Marjorie. Welcome in, Marjorie Ambrose.
Marjorie said next time we go ATV and she wants to go, I told her she can get on the back of my bike and I'd ride her all over town.
Me too. Me too. I will take my own day. I almost forgot what day it was with that comment, but
right.
Okay. Yes, I want to go on the ATVs too. Yes, I definitely do. Team Reese Travel says, thank you so much, Elisa. He had such a great time. He was always excited every time he saw someone he knew. I know. Isn't that the great thing about group cruises? I know. Let me get to the bottom of this so I can talk about that. Castaway goes, what up, though, Bill and Scott? Hello, everyone.
What up, though? They're from Detroit.
Thanks, Bill.
No. I'm just saying. I mean, when you hear those wannabes saying "What up, though," and they from different places, that this is Fashion Tree. I'm calling you
Ron,
out.
that's
I,
not what I
I
heard.
don't I don't know the history yet, but I'm calling you out.
Ron, that's not what I heard. All right, I'm taking that down. All right, Bill. So let's get into this because let's first break it down right kind of at the surface, right? For people that don't know it, because it's very easy what solo cruising is. Solo cruising is cruising by yourself. Easy, right? What makes a group cruise a group cruise? Very, very quickly. Tell us. Besides going on a cruise with a group. I know he's not going to give us
Well,
that.
usually no. I mean, usually a group. See, it varies.
It does
A
vary,
group
but I mean, just give us the standard. Let's just give us the
a
standard.
group is when people get together and go with like one itinerary, and they have group activities, but they don't have to be. And it varies on how well organized the host of the
Yes,
group is.
yes, and we're going to talk about
And that's why the last 3 that I've been on have been well ran. The booze cruise last October or whenever, or October before last, whenever it was. No, last October. The Edna group cruise and the Meet and I group cruise. I mean, they were all well ran. They had activities. They made you feel, even as a solo cruiser, I didn't feel pressure that I had to do everything. And it was kind of just like an open end, and you were just invited in. So it was a group cruise is just people coming together to go on a cruise together. But what happens on that group cruise, it's up to the host and,
okay.
and the people involved. It's not just the host, but the people involved.
Right. Now, of course, the cabins vary, but let's just say, okay, it's 16 passengers or 8 cabins, right? Now, Bill, let me ask you this question. Can anybody host a group cruise? Can any Joe Schmo off the street host a group cruise, or do you have to be a TA? Do you have to work for Carnival? Do you have to be somebody like a celebrity? Do you have to be a YouTuber?
No,
Can anybody do it?
anybody can do it. I mean,
Okay.
like Carnival will work with you. Say, hey, I have X amount of cabins. I don't. You can have a group cruise with less than 8 cabins. You probably won't get certain amenities
Right.
that you get. The larger the group cruise is, the more amenities the ship will, or the cruise line will give you.
Yes, we're talking about
And
8 and up. Let's just talk at like the standard and up. What the normal standard is. And
eight cabins. Usually 8 cabins, 2 people a cabin. Like on Carnival, you'll probably wind up getting like another cabin.
yes.
But then they also give you like some points that you can use on champagne, or you can use on candy or cookies sent to the room or things like that. And then they probably can provide a room for you to have like a happy hour. Like
Yep, a
Meet and
happy
I,
hour
they
meet and
had
greet.
a happy hour. Meet and I, they probably had 35 to 40 people there on this group cruise. So for 1 hour we had like all you could drink. They had like pretty much
Oh,
pre-made drinks, but I mean everybody was having fun,
hell
and
yeah.
those are kind of things. But then after that, it's kind of like up to the group as far as what you want to do. I'm going back to the midnight cruise because I just got off of it, but
Yes.
it was, hey, let's all go on an ATV ride, which is what we did. Edna was, let's all go to Paradise Beach, which is what we did. And we got video of that one. We don't want to go talk about it anymore, but so you have to get out there, and that's for all the group cruises coming up. Eddie, Clock. There's a couple of people that having group cruises coming up. You gotta invest your time into it to make people happy if you want them to come back. This group cruise was so good. I literally booked before I got off the cruise. So I didn't do that for the Edna cruise. Even though I probably will go back, and the booze cruise group that threw that, which wasn't an official group cruise, but it turned out to be a group cruise. So if you want to be a good group cruise, get together, form your activities, and make everybody happy, and make everybody feel welcome.
That's touch points. I always talk about touch points. Touch points is important. Those human touch points. It's not just giving things away, but it's, again, like you said, those events and all of the special things that kind of come along with making it a group cruise rather than just a group that is on a cruise ship.
Right.
There's a complete difference. Now, before I ask you the next question, because I'm going to ask you the next question. Let me just make sure nobody said anything here. No, we don't have anybody new, because I want to try to keep up on this chat today, Bill. Kimberly Lavelle says solo cruising would be cool with an Olympic putt golf, shuffleboard game, cornhole, basketball, horse game, etc., casino style. So just basically things to do all the time. Sounds like a royal ship, honestly.
Well, it really is. I mean, it's not the most difficult thing to do, but you just have to give people options. A lot of people don't know what there is to do on a cruise ship. They really don't. They think that if you're not like at a port, there's nothing to do. Right. And I mean, Mead and I, they had a basketball tournament or a basketball game that they played, and putt golf, and you can get together for karaoke. You go to the comedy club. There's so many things that you can do. Go to dinner. I mean, there's just so many different things. And if you go with like Carnival will have somebody that will kind of guide you along. But if you go with like a TA, I mean, I hope they can understand what they need to do to make it a successful group cruise.
Right. Miss Elementary said, I started cruising in 2017. Wow. Carnival Pride, and just loved it. I've been on a few group cruises and just returned from the Margaritaville at Sea 3.0 group cruise to Alaska.
That's Melanin at Sea.
Melanin at Sea. I'm sorry. I just came off the Margaritaville not too long ago with Bill. Melanin at Sea, 3.0 group cruise to Alaska on the Celebrity Edge at Controversial Cruising. That sounds amazing. I love Alaska.
That looked like it was a great group cruise too. Rich and Jazzy, I don't really know them, but they throw they're well organized. They throw together a fantastic group cruise. One of these days, I'm going to make it on there.
Let's go, Bill. And one of these years, I just got to clear all my my schedule for all group cruises. Anthony says, for you to book before leaving that cruise says that much about the host. That's right.
It really did. And people don't know me, but it really does. For me to do that ahead of time, I didn't even wait. Normally it's a Carnival group cruise or a Carnival cruise. So normally let me wait to see what I can get on a casino deal. I said, nope, I don't care. If I'm paying full price, I don't care. This cruise was that good to me.
That's amazing. Hello, Larry. Plum Travelers has made it in. Welcome in, my friend.
Larry.
TRT says, Meat and I are incredible hosts. Didn't know how they would top last year, but they absolutely did. And then Meat and I says, thank you, TRT, TRT and Elisa. We want to go on a Melanin at Sea, hopefully next year.
Hopefully that would be a good one to go on.
All right. So my next question to you, Bill, is let's kind of understand why an individual or a travel agent, right? I guess you can kind of come at it from both sides. You know a lot of travel agents in this business. You are a travel agent yourself, sort of, kind of. But let's understand why somebody would do a group cruise or would organize a group cruise, a travel agent and then an individual.
Well, a group cruise is you bring a lot of people together that you haven't met, especially like on the YouTube streets.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have, you have Embarkation Nation. They're getting married on a group cruise, on a cruise ship, and they made it into a group cruise.
They are.
A reunion. You could have a reunion. There's so many different reasons to have a group cruise. Here, we mostly are just like content creators that we're all getting together. No, let me not even say that content creators. We're not all content creators, but we all either are content creators or we watch content creators. And we get on and we do something that we enjoy doing, and that's cruising. And that's what I found out about this, is that a lot of people, especially in a group, they feel more comfortable going out to explore the islands. Maybe a lot of people wouldn't drive by themselves as a solo, wouldn't get an ATV driving through the city of Ensenada to go into some mountain someplace. Maybe they wouldn't do that by themselves, but in a group, heck yeah. So, and it gives you somebody, as a solo cruiser though, you can have the same thing. Yeah. You can meet people, because even like on this cruise, I met people every day on this cruise, and you can do it, but it's harder to do it as far as a solo.
Yeah, so 110%. I mean, you would think, right? I mean, an individual or somebody would form this group cruise, right, to bring people together. But I also want to talk about something else because I've seen this, and there's theme cruises out there. Would you call those group cruises? Harry Potter cruise, the Pittsburgh Steelers cruise. I saw a Disney cruise on, not Carnival, on Norwegian. It was like a Disney themed. It wasn't on Disney. Would you call themed cruises a group, or Comic-Con? I saw like a Comic-Con at sea. Would you call those type of cruises a group cruise? And would you ever consider uh, booking on one of them? People that you
I
didn't know.
I don't consider them group cruises because you're going on there as strangers. You have something in common, but you're going on as strangers. I mean, you literally don't know anybody. And I've done theme cruises. I've done like the Sheila E. had one, and NASCAR had one where
NASCAR, there's another one. Yep.
I'm not into NASCAR, but I had a good price on it, so I'm saying, hey, I'll go. A free cruise. I'm in. I had a great time, but I prefer, even over group cruises, like theme cruises. And I hate keep going back, but I don't really hate it. But going Meet and I, they had like the formal night. They made it into a prom night, so everybody dressed up like it was a prom. So I mean, it's like a group activity, and it had the mask on. I didn't do that, but you got to go see the pictures. I mean, wait till the vlogs start coming out. You're gonna
Did
be
you
like,
have a date, Bill, to the prom?
no, I didn't have a date, but I would have went solo. It wouldn't have mattered to me. But I like theme cruises because you pick out a topic that you like. Sheila E., I love Prince, and now I'm hearing nothing but like Sheila E. songs, Prince songs, and got to meet all these different artists. And they're actually coming out with one next year that I'm looking into as far as going on it, where Sheila E. is going to be one of the guests, and Azamati and some other bands are going to be there. So there's a lot going on. I like theme cruises, and the theme cruises, it's like whatever the theme is, 24/7.
Yeah.
So from the time you get up in the morning, there's a band playing till the time you go to bed at night, band playing. And if it's like Prince or in that genre, you do that. And I mean, I was in heaven the whole day.
You're immersed in it. Like you're just surrounded about it all day. That is pretty cool, though. That is pretty cool. Definitely, sharing a common interest. I think that's what it is, right? To bring a group together of any size, whether it's 8 or larger. Because I think a lot of people on the internet, Bill, they really think that group cruises, right, when they hear it at the root, oh my God, they have 100 or 150 or 200 people on this cruise ship. And to be honest with you, that is honestly kind of the furthest from the truth, right? You can have a really successful group cruise with 15 to 20 cabins.
Yes.
And you can also have a failing group cruise too.
And for me, the worst kind of group cruise is the group cruise where given by really big channels, and everybody wants to do is meet that channel.
Yeah. Yes.
See, this group cruise wasn't like that. This was like family getting together, laughing, joking, telling stories, friendly competition on the basketball court, on the golf court, or golf course. I mean, it was like family, and it wasn't like. I mean, they had some big hitters in there too. They had Keeping Up with the Catrons at 60,000 K, and I mean, just some big channels out there. But they weren't full of themselves where it was like everybody tripping over themselves to get to that person.
I love
and that's all they cared about. They were here just hanging with us, and we're all doing the same thing. And I love that. That to me made it feel like a group cruise.
Yes.
The vlog, I'm gonna go back to the vloggers cruise where they had like Lalita Loca and all the big cruise channels there. People are lined up, down the block just to say hi.
Yes.
I don't do that. I don't I can't. I don't care how big you are. Even maybe Prince. If Prince was still here, if Prince was here, maybe I would wait 15 minutes, maybe. But I'm not waiting an hour to say hi, Prince. I'm not doing it.
I'm not.
But this group cruise was like, as I said, it was like just family getting together, laughing and joking over, you know, Thanksgiving Day weekend.
Yep. It's not about the numbers, you know, and that's, you know, when you look at it, you look at individuals just as people rather than numbers. And it's so hard as YouTube creators too, when you go on these group cruises, right? That obviously there are some people that have better numbers than others, right? And it just becomes a land of comparison sometimes on some of these group cruises. But to hear that, Bill, I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing.
No, I mean, it was what I like. I told you, it was what I like to do. And they didn't make you feel bad if you didn't want to participate in anything.
Yes, that's big.
It was just like, you know, open invitation. And when you saw them again, it was like, hey, not, hey, oh, you missed out. You should have been there. I don't know why. It was none of that. It was always next time they saw you was like the first time they saw you. Hey, man, how's it going? Come on, man. Have a drink. Come on, let's go. So have a cigar. What are you doing tomorrow? I mean, every time was like the first time. And I really enjoyed it. And I don't think they understand how much I really enjoyed it.
I think they understand. That's
they might now, but you know, the a lot of people just talk, and I'm one of them. I talk a lot, but
you don't lie. You always speak the truth, Bill. You speak the truth, 110%.
I just won't say it. You know, if something, you just won't hear me talk about it. And I've been doing this for over a year now, and Edna probably came close as far as me ranting and raving as far as group cruises that I've been on. But this is probably the most I've ever talked about a group cruise. But to me, it didn't feel like a group cruise. It felt like family. And I'm really big on traveling with family. And that's what this felt like. People that I did not know, you know, saw a couple of videos. It felt like they accepted me as family, and it was like, hey, let me buy you a drink, or let me blah blah blah. You know, Anwar's brother. Oh, here, have a cigar. You know, I mean, it was like a $20 stick, and you know, so I mean, just to say, here you go. I mean, it felt good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And yes, Anthony on the Move says, yes, this is a community. It definitely is, 110%. Kimberly Lavelle says, yes, Bill. VentureCast, welcome in, VentureCast. Hello, Mike. Larry says, my first cruise was a solo cruise on Carnival Panorama. My second cruise was on the Carnival Horizon, which was a group cruise. Interested to hear your thoughts between both of those, Larry. Mary Ellen Dillon has come in. Hello, Mary Ellen Dillon. Welcome in. So great to see you. Good evening. Oh my God, Melanin and C and me and I. Not sure if my groupie heart can handle that much group cruise.
Keisha is everybody loved Keisha. I mean, Keisha's just like that's all everybody. Keisha, let me get a picture. Keisha. Keisha was a star. She was a star in her own right.
This is amazing right here, Bill. Let's take a look at this here. So Golden Jazz says, what's the advantage to the group cruise for the organizers? And that's actually on our list next. Sounds like a lot of effort for a vacation, you know. So let's talk of, you know, from a travel agent and also from a, you know, an individual, because it really is the same. The only difference is that person is a travel agent, right? No matter how many cruises they have booked for other people, they're still a travel agent. So, you know, so what's the big advantage of organizing and taking ahead and saying, I'm going to be the head of this group cruise. This is Warmstrong's group cruise.
Generally, the biggest thing is, and I'm going to go like with Carnival, but like let's say 8 cabins, you either get like one person or 2 people, like in the average rate of the, you know, what a cabin sold. So if the average rate is an interior, then you get one of those cabins, or if it's a ocean view, you get one of those. But that's fine and dandy. For the organizers that do it right, Mead and I wouldn't be surprised if they lost money. They did it for the love of the group, not trying to make money. You know, I mean, you know, well, I will tell you a story. And it's not compared to anybody else or anything else, but Carnival, I do some gambling on Carnival, so I was able to get a rate. So Meat brought me in like I paid full fare. Now I'm willing to pay for whatever is above and beyond that the group gets, and some things that I couldn't get. But he didn't have to invite me into the group, or I should say they didn't have to invite me into the group, but they did. They treated me like family, and that's big to me. That showed me right there. It wasn't about the money. It was about the companionship, the association of the group, and that meant a lot to me. Edna was like that also, and the Booze Cruise was like that, but it wasn't an official group cruise. But they could have easily said, nope, if you don't book with us, you can't be part of the group. So, and Carnival was one of those things that you can't use a casino rate to be booked into a group cruise.
That's correct. Now, so I think at the bare minimum for an organizer, right? I'll answer the question. So I think at the bare minimum for the organizer, right? The organizer would get a free room or a free fare, right? Let's just be upfront, right? They're organizing the cruise. They're going to get. They should get the cruise fare for free, right? Now, on top of that, they may, and I'm not saying they are, but they may get an extra $100 on board credit, or they may get something extra. But however large the group is, they're going to get more group amenities to split up and chop up, depending on, obviously the size cabin that you book. Because
that wasn't a question, Scott. You said, what did the organizer get?
Yeah, the organizer would get a free cabin or a free
That's
room.
It. Now, the more you have, the more amenities the cruise ship will give the group.
Correct.
But that doesn't go to the organizer.
It doesn't, but the organizer gets to decide how they divvy it up, right? So if there's extra left over, right? And I'm not saying like, oh my God, there's thousands of dollars left over, but if there's $50 left over, I organized it. I organized it all, right?
No, there's no money. There's no money involved. You get points. And what it is, you get to spend the points. Like, let's say you had 20 people in your group, and you get 20 points or whatever to spend. And for everybody to get a $25 credit would be 2 points. So there's nothing left over. So it's not like, hey, I made extra for the organizer. There's nothing there more for the organizer.
So
the free cabin, basically.
For your cabin. Okay, free cabin.
But for your room. But all the rest of it, if there's usually no leftover, but they don't get like, hey, if I don't spend these points, I can use it all. It doesn't work like that.
Cruise Crazy Fam. Hello, Amy. Welcome in.
Welcome in.
Meet and I says Princess Cruise sounds awesome. Yes, it does.
Greatest cruise of my life. Sheila E., greatest cruise of my life. All she did was play Prince songs all night long. She played all her songs. Then she's a jazz musician also, so they played jazz. It was a great night. Great bands. That one, and I did one with Coolio, Biz Markie, Vanilla Ice, Color Me Bad, and all these other groups. I mean, the groups went on forever. Salt and Pepper, they were all on the same cruise. This was the greatest. That was the Sheila E. and that one, the two greatest cruises I've ever been on.
Diana Salong, welcome in, Diana Salong. Always wanted to go on a Tom Joyner cruise, but 10K is insane. Oh my God, 10K is insane.
I can't do that one.
No, I can't do that one. Scott says Andy Heinrich. Hello, Andy Heinrich. Welcome in. Yes, solo cruise or group cruise, your own style, 100%. That sounded exactly like this group cruise was for Bill. It was like your own style. Scott can't wait for the John Heald group cruise, the FF number 7. I would call that a theme group cruise. I would definitely call that a theme group cruise, without a doubt, 110%. Hello, Scott. Just how much is one cruise? That depends, Sharon. It really depends. Hey, Bill, I had a friend back east who was a tall version of Prince, sounded like Prince, and looked a lot like him. Hey, the booze cruise was awesome because we did get to meet so many people sitting next to Mr. Bill at Paradise Beach near Paradise Beach, and hear him say these things is so true. It is so true. Yes, Bill, the introvert was allowed to regroup as much as Keisha, the beard lover. Keisha says, Elisa says, I'm not really a big t-shirt fan, Keisha, but Meat and I want to make the redo of the wardrobe. Ooh. Let's see. Plum Trevor says, both of them have their pros and cons. I love the solo aspect of the Serenity and love the family part of the group cruise. Ooh. VentureCast says, my first cruise with my daughter and all the rest have been solo. Doing my first group cruise in September on the Utopia and looking forward to it. Oh, that's right, Bill. You're going on that cruise.
I get to meet Mike on in September. Scott, did I tell you I just booked another cruise too?
Oh God, no, you did not. You did not. Hello, Trap. Welcome in, Trap. Sharon, it depends because there's so much that goes into it. Meat and I says correct. It's still not technically free though. You get TC credits towards your cabin. You may still have to pay taxes. Great discount, but you get like 15, 20 cabins to get a free cruise.
Okay.
So there is a amount of cruises. I mean, cabins you have to, promote to. I won't say sell. It's not sell, right? You're promoting. You want to be in the group with your friends, but
Well, some people. Where you make the money is if you're a travel agent and you're booking the group cruise and it's your group cruise. Say me and you did a group cruise, which I think you had a poll, didn't you? Something about a group cruise.
I did.
Like say we do a group cruise and I book it. Well, I would get my commission on top of whatever the cruise line would provide for the number of cabins. So that's kind of where you make your money. But a lot of the good ones they're funneling that money back into the group cruise. As I said, Meat and I, they probably lost money. I don't know if you saw a picture of me. If you saw a picture of me on an ATV and I had a shirt on, it had a Meat and I ride, a really nice shirt, and they charged me like $15 for that shirt. There's no way they made money off that shirt. If anything, they lost money.
Yeah.
There's just no way. The quality, I mean, it was top quality. It was people, I'm telling you, Meat and I cruise next year.
It was worth it. 110%.
It was.
Golden Jazz says, great answers, guys. I'm a degenerate gambler on Carnival cruises, so already cheap for me. I suspected the benefits, but now I understand the better. Too much effort for me. Yeah.
It's a lot of effort. A lot of people, that's why a lot of people don't throw group cruises. Just sit back and join a group and do the things that you want to do. And the biggest thing is don't force somebody to do something. But the bigger thing is don't make somebody feel bad for not doing something.
Not doing it, yes. Especially
there's some groups out there that if you don't participate, all of a sudden you're a loner and all this other stuff. I mean, who wants to hear that? It's like, well, you know what? I'm gonna show you a loner. I'll show you a loner.
Hello, Randy from Squirrel's Nest. Welcome in, Randy. Destination Fun. Hello, Destination Fun. Miss OCV. Hello, Donna. Welcome in. Let's see. Randy says, I have organized a few group cruises. What I did was have the cruise line divide the free room value amongst all of us, so we all get a discount on our rooms. There you go. Wow,
that's a good way to do it.
Holy crap. Look at you, Randy. So giving, Randy. Rob on the cruise, cruising on the high seas and travel has come in. Hello, Rob.
Rob, welcome in.
We've started that now. Let's see. Okay, down to the bottom finally here, Bill. Ooh, this has been a battle with the chat. All right, so let's go back to let's go back to your olden days, Bill, and let's talk a little bit real quick about solo cruising. Since you have done so much solo cruising, I have done a lot of solo cruising myself. One thing I want to kind of kick off here and ask you, would you consider solo cruising going with one other cabin mate and knowing nobody else on the ship?
No, that's not solo. That's a couple going on a cruise. that's buddies going on a cruise. No.
Okay. All right. So let's dig a little bit, since this was a group cruise versus solo cruising, and let's talk a little bit about solo cruising, right? Let's talk about some of the advantages of solo cruising. Why did you love solo cruising before you got into group cruising?
I still love solo cruising. I booked my next cruise. It's solo cruising. It's solo cruising. the independence. I can do what I want when I want, get up when I want, go to dinner when I want. I mean, everything is. I may be an introvert, but I don't mind getting out doing things. And I'll actually meet people on every cruise. That's not a problem. I got a story to tell. Matter of fact, I don't know if I told a story. I don't know if I was on live or whatever. I told a story, but there's a part 2 of the story about meeting people on a cruise. Got to come tomorrow, Banter with Bill, to hear the part 2 of that story. But anywho.
Wait. Hold on. It's time for...
What is that?
Yeah, Bill.
But it's a good story. I think I told the story live about I was talking to a lady. She asked me what kind of camera I was using, not to get way off the subject here because I know we don't have much time. But she asked me what kind of camera I was using, and I was told her, and she had a Prince shirt on. I'm saying, "Oh, Prince, I like Prince. I just got back from Paisley Park." And then somebody come tap me on the shoulder. "Excuse me." And then he starts talking to the lady. "Well, so you couldn't come check on me? You couldn't come check on me? All you want to do is talk to somebody else. You could have came and checked on me." I'm like, sorry, I started talking to him, I calm down. We do a little fist bump. There's a part 2 of this story. Tomorrow, Banter with Bill, you'll hear part 2. You might hear later on the night if I go live after 11 because it gets kind of dirty. But tomorrow, Banter with Bill, you'll hear part 2 of the story. But go ahead, Scott. I'm sorry.
Are you alluding to a late night live or something? What do you say you have
a lot
of
I can speak a little more freely. I don't want. It's not after dark yet. I still see the sun out.
Oh,
but some of the language that the guy was using, it's like, whoa. I mean, and this was like embarkation day. I'm like, this is gonna be a long cruise for them.
Oh, that's amazing. Rob says, wait, so did Solo Cruise when I meet you, Bill? What the? That was
you didn't solo cruise. You had your buddy with you. Do you not understand the word solo? Solo is by yourself. You go by your solo. Not with a buddy, not with a wife, not with a girlfriend, not a boyfriend. That solo cruising.
Destination Fun reminds us prime time.
It's a good story. I died laughing. I literally died laughing. Part 2 of this. You're not going to want to miss part 2 of the story. Part 2 was it's crazy.
I can't. Bill, tell us the best thing about solo cruising. What's the best thing about solo cruising?
I told you, independence. Do whatever you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. There's no pressure, and I love the serenity of that. And if I want to be bothered, I go to the nightclub. I go to the Lido deck. I go wherever. But the best part is for me is being by yourself, deciding what you want to do. Without, when you're married or have a partner, you still have to negotiate. Hey, I want to go on a helicopter ride. I'm not getting on the helicopter. I mean, you got to go back and forth. I want to go to the show. And I mean, I've seen so many couples that they're like so needy. It's like, I want to go to the show. Well, I want to go gamble. Why don't you both do the same thing?
Yes.
But they don't. They sit there and argue about what they're going to do. I don't have that problem. I mean, I do talk to myself a little bit sometimes, but I don't normally argue with myself normally.
Okay, so I'll chime in. Okay, so I have only been on one group cruise, and that was with Bill. We went on Friendscation with Edna, which was a smaller group cruise. They made you feel like family. I think there was only 8 or 10, 12 of us, but it was really 12 cabins. I mean, it was really awesome. It was really great. It was really intimate. So I only have really that experience to speak on. I have 4 more booked between 2024 and 2025. So I'll have much more experience in that. I cruise most of my cruising from 21 to now solo, right? And I think for me, right, and this is my Ariesness talking, I think for me, it's the best that I am forced to actually meet more people when I'm solo than when I opt in a group, right? When I was with you and I was with YFC and I was with Edna, right? I can walk around and be like, Edna, be like, B, what up, my oh, it's everyone's favorite couple. I'll be like, Bill, what are you doing? You're going to take a nap? Like,
wow. Wow. You thought you just sneak that one in there? Wow.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. I
when
didn't mean
you're
to cut you off.
solo, I feel myself, I feel like, I'm forced to actually sit there and meet more people, have a conversation, talk to people. I love doing that anyway. But when I'm with a group, right, I feel like I have my group. Not that I don't want to meet other people, I'll still engage. But when I'm solo, I really break out of my shell even more because I have to. Otherwise, I'm sitting there by myself. And I've done cruises like that where I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here and drink by myself and go to the nightclub.
Really?
And
I
just
don't see that
hang
you
out by
doing that,
myself.
Scott.
I've done it. I've done it. And I guess some of it may have been, cruise crushes that never came to fruition or whatever. And I, spent my cruise chasing. What we're not going to go there. But anyway, I've had cruises like that, but I've also had cruises where I've really gotten to meet people. And now I have relationships way out of these solo cruisers that I still talk to. And
Right.
they don't do YouTube. They don't do any of the social media. They have personal Instagrams and stuff like that. But I still talk to them years later, 7, 8, 9 years later. So for me, Bill, I think that is the biggest advantage of solo cruising, that it really pushes me to be outside the box even more, because I mean, who wants to be really alone on a cruise? You're not alone. You're never alone, right? You're with, so many different guests. Go ahead.
No, and you ask who wants to be alone. At times, me. I don't want to be bothered. I'm sitting up there. I sit there, people watch, have my drink, listen to the piano, go to the piano bar, listen to music. I don't want to have to just chit chat and talk. I don't want to have to entertain somebody for the next hour. So there's plenty of times. I love solo cruising because it you do what you want to do. I'm not forced to do anything. And when you go with another person, like especially in the same cabin or a group cruise, they're constantly, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get up, get up. Bill loves his naps. Bill gonna get Bill up. Bill. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Plum Travis, look, he agrees with you. You need to hide in your cabin when you need to. 110%.
Yes.
I totally solo cruise. I would too. I do it all the time. I love it. But I'm not bringing first time cruisers on now because of the channel. And they're like, I want to cruise with you now. I'm like, oh, now you guys are all coming out of the woodworks. I love it. Don't get me wrong for any of those lurking. I still try to cruise with my wife. There you go, Larry. Right. And Amy says, thankfully, hubby and I enjoy the similar things on the ship, but often divide and conquer. Yeah, it's totally true. We're on the same ship. Go out for an hour and go hang out in wherever you want to go, and I'll be here.
Everybody's
Thank
not
you,
like
Sherry.
Sherry, I get to cruise with you in September. We'll see who naps first.
Thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. It's just me, and I honestly recharge with you guys. I really do. I recharge with talking with Bill and doing this. This is what I love. Solo cruise sounds dope. It really is. Honestly, it's. I stepped away for a while, but yes. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. So finally down to the bottom again, and let's go here. Okay. So let's now that we've kind of talked about the positive, let's quickly talk, because we can quickly talk about this, Bill. The worst thing about solo cruising, right? Besides the obvious that you're alone, because you're alone. You're solo. You don't know anybody. Oh,
For those that can't, or it's hard for them to create a conversation. You get that loneliness. It can get lonely. I'm not like that, but a lot of people are. They can't talk to strangers, and maybe somebody doesn't want to talk to them, and they feel alone. And I mean, I guess that's a bad feeling. Going to the ports, a lot of people are afraid to go into these ports by themselves. Especially I don't want to say I want to say especially women, but I don't want to say that because that comes off as kind of sexist. But a lot of women and some men, and they don't want to go into the ports. Go to Cozumel, and people like to get to the gate to go out to the city. Oh no, I'm not going out there. They're like, come on, there's nothing out here. People trying to push and sell you stuff. I mean, stuff.
Yeah.
After dark. But those are the biggest ones as far as some of the downside of you have nobody to kick ideals off of, and it's kind of like you get into a rut. Like I said, okay, if I went solo cruising on this one, I never would have did the ATV, but because because the group was doing it. I'm like, oh, I'll go. And one of the best excursions I've had. But that's because the group pushed it.
Ever?
I'm putting it up there ever. It's top 5, probably top 3.
Wow.
It was way up there, but it was a good. I mean, what can go wrong? ATVs, tequila, and beer. What could possibly go wrong?
I mean, okay, I'm not gonna. I mean, a
driving
lot,
into the
but
cliff, you go over this way too far, and you're going down a cliff. What could possibly go wrong? A great time.
right. What could possibly go wrong? Hello, Dark Theme. Welcome in. Eric Maxey, hello, Eric Maxey. I've only cruised solo, but I've never cruised alone. Okay, so similar, in your own cabin, but maybe with family or with friends that are in separate cabins. So it technically is that considered cruising alone or no? No, okay,
Not to me.
cruising
I mean,
solo.
yeah, see, solo is you
Solo
went on a cruise, going on that cruise. You didn't know anybody on that cruise. For me, you didn't know anybody on that cruise ship. I mean, technically, group cruise. But if you still know people, how's it? It's not solo. You just sleeping in a different room.
That is true. Denise says, I'm not comfortable to cruise alone. I'd sleep the whole time. Yeah. Never mind. I'm going to leave that joke where it is. Scott, the answer I'm looking for is the poll. It wasn't in there. Yes. Thank you for reminding me about the poll. I didn't even talk about the poll. Look at me. Oh my God. My solo cruise, I walked all the ports. On the group cruise, I did excursions as a group. So they're like, right. So you're more exploring, right? When you're on a solo cruise by yourself, right? Because you're out there kind of by yourself, unless you've made a cruise buddy or a cruise friend. So you're more exploratory. Whereas on a group cruise, like Bill did, you're more with your excursions and, hey, we're all going here. And right. You can say, no, I'm going to stay on the ship and do what I did on the Margarita. But then you just create FOMO. I'm sitting there watching the lives. Like, damn, wish I could be running it back with Bill and Edna and Vera. Oh man. Like, okay, yeah, I got to go vlog the empty ship. So, there was a little FOMO. Yeah. It made it sound as good as it could be, but there's a little FOMO in there. Elisa says, no, I think that it's too fair. Bill would say the tour Cabo or Ensenada would not tour Cabo or Ensenada alone. Excuse me. The vendors are pretty aggressive. They are.
Well, I don't know, not aggressive, but they're just continuous. You want to buy this? You want to buy this? Kids, women, men. Do you want to buy this? 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 And it just goes on. It's on like the entire pier. Do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy this? No. And I mean, you start feeling mean after a while, but you just, I mean, they didn't grab like me or anything like that, but they just holding up bracelets and pats and all this other stuff, trying to get me to buy it. And it's just, it never stopped. I went to a restaurant. I'm sitting down having a taco and tequila, and somebody comes into the restaurant. It was a mariachi band. Sir, does that look like I want to hear a mariachi band right now? No, I don't want to buy a bracelet. I just want to eat my taco.
Serenaded by a Mexican tequila, mariachi band while you were eating Mexican tacos?
No. Now, if I was on a date, that might have been cute. Me being solo, no, I don't want 3 guys up there playing some instrument. I did not want that. I mean, it should have been obvious. I probably gave him that look too. Really? You're going to literally make me say no.
Going solo on a group cruise next week with a bunch of people I met in the Mexican Riviera cruise last year. See, I've done that a bunch too. Meet people on the cruise, and before I was in YouTube, I would hit them up and say, "Hey, where are you going?" and hop on their itineraries, or they would hop on mine. I totally know exactly what you're talking about, Eric. 100%.
Question, Eric.
Yes.
If you already know people going on a cruise, is it still solo cruising?
I mean, I would kind of fight for yes, because
How?
I mean, even though
How?
I don't know. It's a gray area. We have to have another live for that. Larry says, what is your favorite itinerary, Bill or Scott? Alaska.
I love
Alaska. Done.
French Polynesian Islands, Moorea, Numia, and Tahiti. If you can ever get over there, you go off of Australia over there. Imagine going to like a Caribbean island, but before it got commercialized. And you're in there with the locals, and it was, if I could go back right now, I would. I wish they had. I wish they had a cruise going over there from here, and coming back. I really don't want to do the 22-hour flight.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to either. All right, let's get down to the bottom here. All right, so Bill, I think we are down to the bottom here. Let's well, first let me ask this to close out the live, and then we're gonna talk to this, and then we're gonna get out of here. Overall, now that you have done a lot of both, what do you prefer? Do you prefer a group cruise, or do you prefer cruising solo? At the end, I'm going to ask you the question again. Are you on team group cruise, or are you on team solo?
I'm going to go group cruise with a good group.
Okay.
Because as I said, I always had my downtime whenever I wanted my downtime. Never was pressured. Hey, Bill, we're going here. Never, Bill, you should come. Come on. Oh, no, don't, Bill. There was never any pressure to go. We're going here if you want to join. And that's more like solo cruising. It's, no, I'm going to go to the casino, or no, I'm going to go see this. Oh, we're going to the show. And, I wanted to go to grab a burger or something. And this group never made me feel like I was going against the group.
Right.
And I mean, that meant a lot. So it felt like solo cruising with a bunch of people that I just met on the ship, which I think Eric Maxey was saying that too. Because every time I go on a cruise, I meet people on a cruise ship all the time.
Yep. So do I.
But there was never like any pressure for me to go do things with the group. And if it's like that, I would do that because I can still do my own thing, my own solo thing.
Mm-hmm.
But still have the comfort of the group there. So I'm gonna go group cruising just by a little bit, because solo cruising, I've never not met anybody on a cruise. I've always met people, just like you, Scott, people that I still talk to today. Well, when are you going on a cruise? Oh, I got to catch up with you on a cruise.
All right, so I'm also going to give a warm, strong hybrid answer, but I'm going to go a little bit different. Okay, I've only been on one group cruise, so I'm going to say solo cruising, but taking a first-time cruiser. And now Bill's, that's not cruising by yourself. Okay, but it's somewhat of a hybrid. Okay, I really love going on a cruise and taking a first-time cruiser and taking them through that whole experience and letting them see exactly the ship, kind of guiding them, not telling them what to do, but giving them guidance and really kind of seeing that. So I don't know whether you want to call that solo cruising, you want to call it group cruising, because it's a group is two people, whatever you want to call it. But that is right now what I would choose. Next year, Bill and I will revisit this and we'll do another one after I come off my 4 group cruises and see how I feel. However, I will say the one group cruise I've been was a knockout of the park. Edna did a great job on that intimate small group cruise with the Friendscation. And I knew she did, she didn't really want to manage much, but there was still stuff to do there. The bag right there. It's right there. I hung it up on my wall because it's that special.
Somewhere.
I didn't want to use it. I didn't want to stain it because it means that much to me. So that was cool, right? You feel part, like Bill said, I felt like a part of family anytime I walked by somebody. And that is exactly what you want a group cruise to feel like. And yes, if I had that experience every single time, and a guarantee, yes, I would do a group cruise every single time. And I would bring that first time cruise with me. Say, hey, you can't miss this Meet and I group cruise. If you miss it, you're missing out. You missed the entire best group cruise of the entire year. They're like, wait, what's a group cruise? You take them on and you can still kind of get that. And then everyone's like, oh, hey, look, it's Keone. And, that whole thing. I would do that 110%. But it's got to be that 110% group that is out for the group. And I think that's our overall message, right, Bill? Because I think there's people out there that do some group cruises that aren't out there for the intentions of the group. And the people that are out there for the intentions of the group, like you said, Meet and I, right? They probably lost money on the shirts because they were out there for the intentions of the group. They didn't care about them. It's not about Meet and I. It's about our group, right? And
yes, it's not about them. It's about us. I mean, yeah, now you gotta get over there and just spend some time listening to them talk.
Yes, I love being
But
nice.
can I, Scott?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Question. So when I go with my wife on a cruise, we're solo cruising.
Yes. If one goes into the cafeteria and one goes to
No, that's not solo
the main
cruising.
dining room, and then one goes
If you're sharing a cabin with somebody you already know, that's not solo cruising. If you get on a group cruise, that's not. This was not a. I mean, I went solo. But this wasn't a solo cruise because I knew people already on the cruise ship. Going solo, I am in school. I remember what it was like to be in school back in the 1940s.
Oh, what is going on?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That destination fun gets to me.
Rob, I had no idea before. I didn't even know group cruises were a thing before I started YouTube, and now I don't know. I have 4. I didn't mean to book 4. They just I don't know. So I didn't even know how many I tried for. Rob, it just happened that way. I don't know. Let's see here.
I don't like September. We're going on Utopia.
Sorry.
we're going on Utopia. You know, I'm a dinner
They're
3
all
nights.
fighting with you. Look at this. They're all Team Bill.
Bill is right. The old man knows what he's talking about. You know, I might have like one dinner with the group, but the other 2 nights I'm gonna go check out the different restaurants. I'm not going there. Hold on, Scott. Are you doing a solo live? Are you? Yes. Are you doing a solo live now? Because you're in Arizona. I'm in Michigan. Thank you. Who's that? Destination Fun. You feel me?
Thanks, guys. Well, thanks.
That's solo.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. Wait. Meat and I said it. Hybrid answer. Where is it? Right here. Hybrid answer. I gave a hybrid answer. Okay, I'm right in the middle of the team. Yeah, I like taking first time cruisers on a cruise. Oh my god, you guys are crazy. All right, Bill. Before we get out of here, before we tell them where this is going to take them after, let's quickly talk about what you and I have been talking about in the background, and let's peel it off and tell them a little bit. We don't have any concrete dates, but this is something that we're thinking about, right? And this alludes to the poll that I never told you about, but I'm going to end it right now for anybody that has not participated. I'm going to end it. It says, would you like to do a Bill and Scott rookies cruise in 2025/2026? I know I'm sorry. I should have put slash there, but I'm going to end poll. It says, heck yes, take my money. 28%. Nah, fam, I cruise solo is 7%. I'm a rookie, but I would go 31%, or would consider more. Sell me on it, 34%. So 34% is the most. I ended that. So, Bill, let's sell them on it. Why do we want to do this rookies cruise? I kind of talked a little bit about it, but why do we want to do this rookies group cruise?
Well, I think Scott and I, we both are like solo cruise. Well, we don't agree with what solo cruising is. Well, I'm a solo cruiser, and I know how difficult that can be for some people, especially if you've never done it before. So Scott and I, as solo cruisers, we thought it would be a good idea to get people who've never cruised before, or cruised once or twice, or they want to cruise by themselves, but they're afraid to get off at the different ports because they have nobody to help guide them on what to do. And Scott and I both, we like teaching cruising. I mean, we know. Scott always says between the two of us, we have 90 to 100 cruises between us. We love teaching, and what better way than to guide people who really, I mean, there's a lot of people in our community that have never been on a cruise before that probably are just afraid of a cruise. They would love to try one, but afraid, or they don't have anybody to do it with. And this would be an opportunity for them to join us and be part of our family. You know, I mean, you don't owe us anything. You don't want to, if you don't want to do anything, you don't have to, but we're there if for any questions you might have on a cruise ship, and we'll guide you down the entire trip.
Yep.
We just
And we're
won't pay
thinking
for
about
it.
doing it in like 2025. And even for the flip side, for those people that haven't been on a group cruise and it's like, hey, I was always scared about dipping my toe in group cruises because I didn't know if I was going to be a part of the group, if they were going to accept me, right? This is also that kind of rookie. This isn't like rookie's first cruise, right? This could be a rookie for a multitude of reasons. If you're a rookie to group cruising and you're like, hey, I'm really comfortable with Bill and Scott, this is the first group cruise we want to go on. Well, heck yes, definitely that is 110% rookie into the group cruise because we can definitely, Bill can more than I can definitely take you through that group experience. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be up countless nights putting things together, different things that we're going to give away and different things that we're going to do. You know how much effort I'm going to put into this once we actually put forth and actually do this. But Bill, I mean, I think this is something that is exciting me more, than anything, honestly, talking about this group cruise and kind of bringing it more to fruition as we're kind of talking publicly about it more and more, even though there's no real date. So,
Well, and people are asking about four timer, is that a rook? It doesn't matter. You could be 20, have 20 cruises. You're still welcome, but
because you'll still learn
understand that
something. We'll all learn
we're
something from
there.
each other.
We're there trying to teach people, and if you had a ton of experience, you should. I mean, you can come on and you be one of the people that guide people along as far as what to do on a group cruise. I mean, sorry, on a solo cruise or group cruise. This would be a group cruise.
Group cruise. Yeah. Group cruise. Sean, the Down Under Cruisers. Hello, Sean. By your definition, Bill, there will be no solo cruisers on this cruise. So
they're not. Sean, if they got a whole group, see,
right.
solo to me means by yourself. I'm just in a room by myself. But if I can go like, hey, Sean, you want to come out and play? That's not solo cruising, in my opinion. Scott going, with a friend showing a rookie how to cruise. That's not solo cruising. That's I'm just teaching somebody how to cruise.
Well, I also feel like too, Bill, once we do that, there's going to be some of my real life family and friends that actually pop their head up and want to definitely go on this. Denise already said, Ron, I'm turning gold, but I still feel like a rookie. And Scrow's Nest says, do the rookie cruise from West Coast. He's been on tons of cruises, and obviously by that statement, he's interested. So we can all learn something from each other, no matter what experience cruise level you are. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there to see what interests there are, and seems like there is at least enough interest to keep this kind of going. And again, Bill and I will talk about behind the scenes a little bit more about what the actual date is. But Bill, let's kind of wrap this up. Let's get to the end of the live and tell people a little bit about tomorrow's Banter with Bill and that second story.
Banter with Bill will be about Firenze and the fun I had on the midnight group cruise. Part 2, my story. Jealous husband, tapped me on the shoulder, worked it out. Part 2, there's a part 2. It gets juicy. Well, it doesn't get juicy. It gets funny. Come see me then. But that's Firenze is going to be the most of the talk. And apparently, I'm gonna have to find out what a solo cruiser is. Because apparently I don't understand.
I'm never going to get to live this one down, people. Ron says we learn something new every time so far. Yes,
you do.
That is the goal. That is the goal. The Down Under Cruiser says, hang on a minute, Bill. You did a solo cruise from Down Under, right? You were here in Australia, and then therefore, by your definition, you came to a place where you knew people, not solo. So there.
Did you cruise with me? Oh, no, you didn't. So it was a solo cruise. Hold on, a seasoned rookie. Keisha's more than welcome. Look who's in here.
Look who's in here, Mr. Keone. I was literally just talking about you, Keone, and about how one of my favorite things to do is take first-time cruisers on their cruise and their first cruise, as you and I went on the Valor together. And Bill and I are thinking about launching a first group cruise next year, which you are still technically a rookie cruiser, still fall under that. So hopefully you will join Bill and myself next year when we put this thing together. I think there's definitely enough interest, like I said, to keep this going forward. I'm not gonna tell you guys where you can find me. You guys know where you can find me. I don't want to go on any longer than we have to, because we're already almost
20 minutes in.
Hour. over 20 minutes. But Bill, I have on my side everybody directing over to Antoinette at Fun. She is a wonderful, great creator. She is normally in here. I'm sure she was getting ready for her live. So everybody that does get redirected over there, please give Antoinette a big Cruise Talk live raid or Warmstrong raid if you're in his, or CC raid, whatever you want to do to let Antoinette know that we sent you on over there. Bill I think is putting a link over there to Antoinette. If somebody else is live after me next week, I will pick somebody else and redirect. So we definitely share the redirects around in this cruising community. But we try our best not to go over, but sometimes we just do, because we can't help it.
we don't do a good job.
And look, Keone says, first cruise, had the time of my life. I'd love to join you guys. So there we go. Rob, you know where you can find me? You can find me right here, my friend. And you can find me in the Sea Wave Lounge tomorrow. Expect you to be there. Warmstrong dropped that link.
I dropped the link for Antoinette right there. I didn't put that name in, but Antoinette had fun. Go over there. They're over there. Cruise Talk Live raid, if you don't mind.
Raid. Any type of raid to let Antoinette know that we sent you. And yes, thank you very much, Radio Jonesy. And anybody that wants to join that cruising community, check out that pin before you leave. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe buttons on the way out. And Warmstrong and I will see you right back here next week.
I will see you here tomorrow. Part two story. Yes, Part two.
That's right.
Maybe even have a margarita before I start telling this story. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Margarita. All right, Bill. What do we always say? Let's
one margarita. Sky, what do you know about that? Sky, I was like questioning about the different songs. You know,
I've had a lot of margaritas. I'm gonna have one right now. Bill, take us out. What do we always say?
All right, as always, make sure you guys stay strong and embrace the journey. And we will see you soon on the YouTube streets.
Bye, guys. Don't forget the raid.